Forward, trigger overtime. They've done overtime, but what more can they do? South Korea, South Korea out early. Shaq's already down. Carpe to the back. Death Blossom doing even more. South Korea, they rally and they take the round.
And South Korea, they look to be asleep here in the beginning, but they have awoken. Gonna take this first round, continuing into the first map here of Lijiang, as they're just cleaning up those kills on the point.
South Korea, it was a slow start.
They don't want them to enter from this flank. Carpe gonna TP in, gonna look for the flank itself.
The Marcus charge up. The main thing is you don't want to give up a Doomfist pick here. Carpe though got some back to Blossom Moira. Their healing is completely decimated as Carpe does even more. Gets on and over. Fisher with the Meteor Strike tries to bring it back. Wolf is in there. Denmark's still a bit bleeding. Shax goes for the Death Blossom. In the middle of the white room, Denmark starting to fight this back, and then Shax gets two.
Shax still alive, getting the pocket. Shax getting the return frags. It's Bedosian and Mono versus the world. They're trying to get here onto the point.
And this is okay for Denmark. They can still play for a while, but Kellex gets caught in the halt, puts him out of position. And Shax just walks forward. Shax is still around. Moira's back over to the point. The Coalescence is out. And Denmark maintains control.
But they still want to commit. South Korea gonna come back in here. They might use the Meteor Strike. They shouldn't. They should back up. They should regroup. Shoyobin gonna go off the map. And South Korea
now deciding to rotate around. Denmark taking a lot of time to get back here. Time that I don't think they necessarily have. But Fisher finds IDK. Now it's up to South Korea to respond. Architect, Meteor Strike, moving on forward. Carpe can scalar, but Fisher finds Choi. Carpe though, off on the other side. Death Blossoms into the backline. And between Carpe and Architect, they have held for South Korea for a time. But now they have to deal with Shax. Architect back on the point, and South Korea's fine.
And Shax and Fissure, they tried to open it up. They tried to find the value, but South Korea just far too strong, far too many ults on the field.
They're gonna play off it. You have to be keeping an eye on Haxel here. The nano is up. The nano boost is used, and there's the barrage to the back. Haxel strikes for three.
And that was and Molpik, he needed to be watching for that. They need to know that Haxel was having the barrage. I called it earlier. This is gonna be the fight opener. This is gonna be the fight winner. And that's exactly what they did.
Once more, a minute 30 left remaining, and now finishing out the round itself. A bit in question. See Death Blossom being used. Shax takes out IDK. Shax takes a little bit more into the back, but Haxel, the equalizer, back on the other side, ends up with four. Haxel keeping South Korea in the fight, despite how Shax started it out.
So playing it perfectly, ZP. And he did exactly what was asked. Architect, Haxel, they need to come up big.
Overtime in progress. Scalers starting out the Coalescence. South Korea, Death Blossom beat. They missed a lot to start things off, but Denmark, they back out. Now Supercharger of their own. Henningsen can't disable, but Shax got to the back. And Shax, what a huge opportunity. Puts a dagger into the heart of South Korea here on the Sheltertown defense.
Shax waiting on the high ground, waiting for South Korea to commit to get two splits. Also available when we see Kellex getting the speed here. Cherobin was just waiting for the flux, but he gets stunned. He gets the beat just in time, but he goes down. Good focus fire from Architect, denying the beat.
Just a shot to the back. Fisher, the Meteor Strike from Architect, has already decimated Denmark. And you compare between the two teams, South Korea got through point B much quicker by this point. Denmark about to be Korea commits on point. What is Fisher gonna do with the hold on? Off on the other side, Shax gets caught. Here comes Fisher on the Blizzard. Denmark looking very wounded right now. The Blizzard needs to be huge, and Denmark struggling. Architect over the top, and South Korea potentially about to set a very quick time.
And once again, Choi putting that whole hog to good use. Everyone cleaned up. The whole hog pushing all of Denmark away. Fisher had to Hail Mary the Blizzard, and it was just so far. They hadn't forced any cooldowns. That's a fast time for South Korea.
Fisher over. Meteor Strike ready. Supercharger down from South Korea. You see the Death Blossom in from Shax. Does not do as much as he would like. Only the Supercharger. Carpe moved away.
Beautiful
nice move. Kellex keeping Denmark in it. Henningsen dropping the Supercharger, and it sets up Wolf. Nice stuff from Wolf. And off the flux, Denmark survives.
Molpik and Fisher getting 3 each.
Position gets set up while his Netherlands have to push into them. Expect these Coalescence to start the Supercharger from Netherlands. Equally matched. That Blossom from hardest. He's able to weaken the Netherlands lines as France collapse from all angles. Coalescence with the Supercharger. Netherlands are fighting back.
A10 beating his counterpart. Now it's his turn to run rampant in the backline. Trying to take out that Moira. He does find the shot. Gets the connection. Netherlands trying to flip the point here.
Spawning out the Reaper teleport. Forcing it back. Hardest with the Death Blossom finds his counterpart. No Supercharger. Where's the advantage from Netherlands? They can't puncture through. It is now overtime 99-99. Who will take the round in the first map? Hardest is pumping up. This is the guy you need to see from France. And overtime goes away. France
sitting on the cart. We may see soon move up forward now as the cart's closer. But Rosen with the combo, taking down Leaf, that's huge. Will be an opening for the Netherlands to strike onto Soon.
Hip does get that resurrect. Soon gets slapped. He's woken up, trying to get back to the high ground without getting boosted in the line of fire. Leaf with a double barrage kill or the attack, clearing the skies and the ground, able to get back on the payload and get this one moving.
Netherlands trying to commit here though. Jonah with the lifesteal, somehow battling back, getting a huge amount of stall here on the...
Of France, losing their fashion immortality. Leaf can turn it around.
Again.
3, he does it again. You can't ignore the Mora.
Seems like they just keep forgetting that him. Sleep will come in, but everyone from the Netherlands has fallen except for Crusade, trying to delay card, but it's so close.
Back on the Tracer as Leaf trying to be sneaky on another angle. Now pressuring the supports, taking their attention away. The Blizzard's on the field, and there is France trying to survive, but the Netherlands fighting back behind the shields. Only Tech 36 and Leaf above. Can they make a miracle happen? Hint's going for a resurrect. He brings back FD God, but it might be too little, too late.
The Blizzard just proving too effective there on that overtime scenario, forcing someone from Team France to just eat the freeze, keep the cart going, but ultimately that's enough for Netherlands' opportunity to kite back further, but they elect to stay in, try and make something out of nothing, but it's Soon once again just dominating this Widowmaker duel. Takes the Orisa. He's a monster.
Soon with the booms. 2 snipers of Netherlands versus 1 chunky Soon, and he gets it again. Disgusting. France, the last couple seconds, the montage. Soon going for more. France working as a team. Leaf jumping in. There's Bruce in the gravitic flux. No one there left to the Netherlands, and France almost full holding them.
I mean, that was
an accretion there, but he's still able to stand up. The Bastion's in the thick of things, but this is where Sinatra wants to be. He is frozen up, though. Coalescence is going to have to be used to keep him nice and healthy, but Sinatra braves the storm. And again, the US repels South Korea, who are scrabbling for an army.
Statement. They're going to the spawn, trying to get the spawn camp going.
Carpe, not quite the bellhop that the United States were hoping for, but he gets sent back anyway. Architect's able to find Mod Corey caught in the gravitic flux, and Joven finds 2 massive kills, follows up with a 3rd, and the United States still haven't gotten out of spawn. It's here. Super is kept alive. Now the USA are pushing forward. The supercharger. Death Blossom. That's Corey trying to make ends meet, but Architect's going to try some of his own. What a stun! Unbelievable interruption from Sinatra. The rocket punch cancels the Death Blossom from Architect. And now South Korea are going to do this the old-fashioned way. Walls goes up again, catching Super out, but Sinatra does work on Manu. He's down. Meteor Strike gets the kill, but Ocean was too low and didn't have the chance to fade away. Sinatra is here again. This guy is a maniac.
They're just trying to keep Architect alive.
Control yourself.
A little bit of the tactical crops there towards the end, but
USA only really have the coalescence to work with. South Korea got a lot more done. Double coalescence, Blizzard. Were the USA ready for this one? I think not.
nothing they can do there, really. They walk right into the choke here on Hollywood.
Death Blossom, when they drop down as an option, it's going to be dueling. Coalescence is here. Comes Corey once more. Barrels through Mano, knocks down the door. And South Korea have no choice but to let them over the threshold. Hollywood goes the way of the Stars and the Stripes.
Grass to stay up.
I think Huxell's going to go looking for him. Corey's going to try and help him out. Supercharger's down. Kinetic Flux. Moth is removed there by Huxell very early on, and he dominates the high ground. South Korea starting to lean into the individual skill of some of these players. Huxell, especially after switching over. The Doomfist and Farah, both effective in equal measure. And that's another checkpoint. Look at this time bank match. Work out though. So Sinatra goes back empty-handed, and the rule fight begins. Supercharger thrown down now on a sound barrier from South Korea. They are committing to this fight, but so are their nemesis. The USA find the first kill in this fight. Both Superchargers are down, and Corey is in the house! So this is forcing rotation. This is what it looks like. Supercharger thrown down, but Ocean going to try and sit safe on the high ground. Going to hurl himself with the rest of his team with the Transcendence, but they've really lost IDK. Batista's have been traded out. Nano boost given. Sinatra might get caught in the Dragon Strike here. No, he pushes ahead. Kinetic Grasp. Wall thrown up to try and keep him out of the action, but he will not be denied. In the meantime, Corey slinging arrows. Another one on Carpe. 3 for the man, and Sinatra does the rest.
Oh man, we hyped up Corey.
Which can't be destroyed. Great angle on that one there from IDK. Sinatra's down. The door is open. Can South Korea take what's theirs? Gravitic Flux, Corey's caught in it, and he's taken down by the Hypersphere. Joyko, but he's not done yet. Tries to send an accretion into the main line of the USA, and Carpe gets the Dragon Strike that he would have dreamed of. Now South Korea, they got themselves in this game.
Support ultimates of their own, a supercharger. Now USA has a real chance.
Maybe that was the plan all along. We'll never know. Pulse brings the USA to the low ground. Sinatra stunned up briefly. Supercharger. Death Blossom. Corey! That's it! He's found 2 and 1 to follow up with the USA with those support ultimates. They win the fight here on point B. And that time bank is going to look awful similar at this rate. Manu rolling on in. It's just him right now, and he has to use the adaptive shield. Carpe switches to the Widowmaker in the backside. There's a shield put right in his way. Raucus and Co knew exactly how to deal with that, and Space just throws the barrier up. 1 minute left. They still need to get the cap, and they've done it. 11 seconds separates these two. To safety, but they force the drop to the low ground. Carpe getting a lot of free damage, and this Dragon Strike, man, this Dragon Strike could be really scary. Space finds 2 though. Double accretion. Are you kidding me? Corey finds 1 as well, and South Korea can't get it done. Horizon ends in a
Maker. We can take a look at this again as he comes down with a Meteor Strike. The halt is good, and then he just starts taking names after that.
Has this taken the win for
Charger and Flux in tow. It's going to be a bit difficult for France to move in on, but they take the underpass. They're looking for the quick flip, and they might get it. They get the flip. It's China. They go for the Flux. Hardest step loss. 40 kills from Jinmu. But China just desperately trying to bring this back. Eileen with 3, but that was still so good for France.
France coming in, Leap getting that pick from Eileen, but China, they've won the fight. They've had to use that Supercharger Death Blossom to control it. France doing a good job.
Reversing the tide here in map 1 and taking it.
Look at the old bank here for France once again. They're going to engage with the Flux. They know Evil doesn't have beat, but Jinmu finding hardest early.
It's very good early peck, but Leaf gets 2 more! France able to flip the fight. Leaf getting far more value than Jinmu. Both Dooms working the other side, but Leaf takes down his counterpart. It's 84% in China. Now you're probably going to see that.
It's looking very rough for France.
Well, they lost Chubbs, but Leaf is back in, and once more, he does still down. Jinmu gets taken out by Tech 36. France, the miracle delay might actually happen. They're up 1 so far. They're looking for more. Hardest, the post bomb is set up. He sticks the ball up to the Arisa, and France is coming right back in it.
FD God gets the beat. FD God is the hero. FD God living up to his name, staying alive at the point so long, getting 2 kills, getting the beat. FD God
has let them reset in a situation that doesn't normally happen. And here comes China once more. Gushue, though, under pressure. Hardest able to get in there. Jinmu on the Mei, looking for the freeze. The Blizzard is up. He builds the Blizzard in time. Now let's see if the Blizzard's going to do. France, they have to get a room, and France is all poked down. Jumps out of the fight. And China, they are making a last-moment rally.
Leap out, gonna find Jinmu. All of France very low, very staggered. Hip about to have a coalesce of his own. Can China finish this fight? They've been doing so good.
China right now still with the momentum. France struggling out of spawn. And China off of momentous Mei delay might finish this one out yet.
Still on point, hip down. There's a lot of health off the field for France. The OT spawns, they're still fighting. Can China bring this in? It looks like they're going to. They did the impossible. They survived for so long on this choke.
It's not over yet. The overtime's still in progress. France got back in there, and even though China is at a big advantage, they have to be careful. They can't give up any picks of lead. When he comes back in, they're trying to clear everything out, but this delay from France been legendary.
But they're already in OT. The delay, it's sort of, nothing's happening, but an incredible delay.
Here just yet.
France, they're stuck in the corner. The immortality builds out. Jinmu, he's getting ready to go. Look at him, there he is!
Oh, Jinmu off the setup from Elsa. Goodbye. Good.
And you see Jinmu here right now. He was waiting for this immortality build to come out after the Flux. They all land here on the ground. There's the barrage, finishing them all off.
Quickly in, a little bit by the Hulk, diving over, look for Sigma. Bit of a win. Meanwhile, Elsa focused down. Student Leaf just went directly into the beat of China.
Something interesting is that France, FD God, invested the beat very aggressively along with the Supercharger. They knew that Elsa was not going to be even close.
Rare. Final 15 seconds as Jinmu down, but it doesn't matter. Eileen to the other side, China rolling in from the front. And this, it's gonna be a draw. We go one more map at a minimum.
The miracle hold from China, the blizzard out from Leap, but it doesn't matter. The spawns are too far away. China cleaning it up, and Jinmu just uncontested throughout the majority of this defense.
Overtime ticks down, and France should be thanking themselves for their defense because it led to the draw.
On the Hammond as well, circling about, trying to find a commit. China gonna go in so aggressively. Here comes the Death Blossom.
Eileen, teleport, Death Blossom connects, Leap, gone right away. And China, 98-99. France, they're gonna try the delay. They have a late hug, moving on in, but that's not gonna be enough. Unfortunately, you can try and go for the whole hog, but it does not have the firepower this time. France, delaying, hoping for anything, and you want to drop on down into this lead? No, you did not, but you had no choice as China continues to repel France, and they are on match point. Up and around, moving over, back to his team, goes for the punch, gets stunned it with the barrier. Looking for live, Elsa, the flux! 2 down, Eileen in the back once more, France! Falling one by one, and it's all Eileen! The entire round, nothing but Eileen! Overtime, ticking down, and China versus the USA! Can you feel it? France, the last desperation play to delay, to look for a miracle, to keep gold medal hopes alive. It's simply not happening. China, they're so close, they've done it!
Be able to do it. Using a supercharged coalescence, this is a lot of penetrating damage into the midst of South Korea. In comes the Wrecking Ball with a pile driver potentially.
Osen with the late coalescence too, helping the front line out immensely. FD God finds the boot, but Arte's in the back line. A beat to try and save them as Architect ends up going down. It's all up to Harnish to try and push France towards victory, but FD God takes the game into his own hands. He boops Carpe down into the well.
France, they have to stay on the point here, though, George. They cannot afford to get off while overtime's in session.
Overtime still ticking down. You got to be careful now. Leaf is going to be so vulnerable. A beat for South Korea. It only lands on supports, but it might be worth it. Manu's going to be able to come back in on the Monkey as well to buy some more space and time, but Architect now finding Leaf, but France manages to find the flip.
Now, South Korea, they have to be the ones on the point, and Architect's gone down.
Take 36 on this legendary Diva coming up back into it. IDK trying to find boost, but finds little to nothing. Is going to be able to support the Reaper in the back, and now the Reaper unleashing the Death Blossom in the front. It gets eaten up by the DM, but a little bit more damage on the mech will eject the Pilot Diva. OT still ticking through. This OT is lasting longer in series history, to be fair with you, Harry. I'm not entirely sure how long it's been. Feels longer than the map itself. Choi comes back with the mines and fires one, but Leaf's still not done with this just yet.
Not too much value from that meteor strike, but still, France being picked away.
South Korea still find the flip, and in a blink of an eye, OT ticked down.
For Sigma, you need to try and make sure that you can make that Sigma look in 2 different directions at once, allowing for potentially an opening in the shield to get some damage onto Soon.
Oh, very early rotation. Actually, FD God already goes down. No mortality now available for France, and high in the sky, Architect raining death from above with those rockets. Choi may have got rocked, but the rest of France are going to end up falling. What a quick offense for South Korea. Like I said before, looking for that redemption, Harry. Here you go, first point cap on the first push.
Try and counteract tech on this Gravitic Flux.
Supercharger coming out to try and make this next push work. FD God uses that window, but that Transcendence doing a whole bunch of work, and Architect just dealing with these flankers. Soon gets insta-clipped, actually just headshot by Carpe on the side. And South Korea making France bleed right now, as Carpe and Architect just putting on a clinic.
Bolted together, there's your supercharged damage boosted rocket from Architect.
Available from FD God, he gets launched back down to the earth, and IDK finishes him off. Carpe in the front line once again, as OT is now here. South Korea, if France finish, they get a free attack, but Architect is going to launch himself in. Chamson soon end up going down, and France are going to fall, as South Korea are going to claim King's Row and match point in the series.
I love that swap from Architect onto the Doomfist Jaws. He knows that he needs a quick one-win condition. A single pick will do it, and he manages to find him. Not only that, but France, they were planning for something else.
Chubb's in so much danger. There will be a supercharger, but it does get, well, it just wears out in the end. Not really much else has been claimed. Architect with the Blizzard in the back. France in shambles as South Korea are going to be able to cap this second point.
Choi Oben is channeling his inner old Roadhog right here, Jaws.
So easily now with the walls. A wall-to-wall up charge and separating from the rest of the team. Leaf is going to go down as well. And South Korea finding revenge against France, who took that win off them earlier on today. A clean 3-0 and a bronze medal for South Korea.
Carpe hunting, chewing through the French line.